off-road driver, you're always looking. You're always looking ahead. You want to make sure your spotter's letting you know where the track's deteriorating as we're ready to go green.
Yeah, Cowboy gave the signal. We are green flag racing. Almost 40 of these Miller Lite 1600 light buggies. They are coming down into Forest County, Potawatomi, turn number 1. Who's going to grab the whole shot?
Man, this turn files in about 90 feet wide. Hopefully all of them can get through turn 1 very clean. It looks good so far. Man, it's been a while since we've seen no contact in turn 1.
Is that Tyler Wyans with the whole shot there on the outside? I can't quite see.
I think you're right, Jim. Tyler Wyans was on that outside.
Yeah, it does look like it might be Wyans with the whole shot here. Look, I see Tony Keepers there working his way through the field as well, about mid-pack. We'll get a running order here for you momentarily with this many cars on track. Well, we got a couple of them going down through the Swamp Monster. Yeah, we got one of them stuck, 2 of them stuck, 3 of them stuck.
It's like Tyson Morcourt in the 122 is around.
Between the gravel pit and the Swamp Monster, there was quite a few cars swallowed whole just now. We're going to see how this thing sorts out here. As we come across the finish line, we should be able to give you a running order here. Yeah, that is Wyans who got the whole shot.
Springstro, I think, is in second in that 117.
Yeah, and it was Wyans and Springstro. Jake Nelson there in the third spot. Those 3, they were the hot shoes yesterday. Definitely on point today. That is the 144 there.
Man, oh man. Amber Holger. That left rear was sheared right off.
Yeah, she's not going anywhere. We're going to get back a replay of what happened. So we had one go down through the swamp there.
Boy, Stengel barely got through there. Put that left front in that.
Yeah, one of them got looped around. Tried going. We had.
Oh!
There was like 4 different incidents in that turn. I mean, it was. You know, when you've got 38 cars going into that turn, I guess things are going to happen. There was like 4 different incidents there in that gravel pit corner. As we're continuing to stay green flag racing, Tyler Wyans just sending it down in front of the crowd. He was a man on a mission yesterday. Springstro was all Wyans and Springstro early on yesterday. Looks like they're starting to repeat.
Yeah, Wyans, a very good race car driver, been around the sport for a long time with Matt Gerald and a group of great race car drivers. He's really figured out this 195.
Yeah, we got yellow flag out here. Got a tire sitting there in the middle. Got a couple of cars turned around, so that does bring out the yellow flag and the caution here at Crandon. We got 1 in the books. Tyler Wyans, Sean Springstro, Jake Nelson, your top 3. I guess 3 of the usual suspects from yesterday as well.
Yeah, Jake Nelson, he had a chance to jump in his Uncle Mark's Super Buggy yesterday, so that was pretty cool. He had a good run. I think he finished 6th, I want to say.
Tony Keepers all the way back in 22nd place.
Wow.
Not a place you see Tony Keepers very often.
No, absolutely not.
I don't know. Maybe there was something we didn't catch. Maybe got caught up in, some of the chaos, because I know he started a little bit deeper in the field. Maybe got caught up in something, but, one way or another, back there in 22nd place, he is one to watch work his way through the field here. I love these 1600 light buggies. To me, it's like a throwback from a different era. You know, you still got the beam suspension, that 1600 Volkswagen engine. You know, it's there's just something really special. I mean, this is definitely one of, you want to talk about a throwback class, kind of like stock truck and and super stock truck. To me, this is throwback to the golden age. The golden age of off-road racing.
Yeah, it's been around for a long, long time, and the class has grown over the past 7-8 years. I mean, we normally had about 15, 18 cars. Now we're upwards near 40 plus. And anytime you can come to Crandon and have that car count, you know the reason why they're here.
pace truck bringing them around. We're going to get them sorted. Looks like we got about 6 laps to go when we go back green flag racing, running a long course here. No way you could get this many cars on the short course.
No, absolutely not. Jake Nelson, the 141, I'm keeping my eye on him. He's been fast all season long. Last year, yesterday, had a good run. More seat time in that super buggy only gets him better chances to look at this track. It was pretty much the same yesterday. We had some water in the morning, but the moisture was out by midday.
He's got one. Somebody getting wrenched on there. I know you're a truck guy. You ever raced a buggy, Brent?
No, I've got to drive one around a parking lot and tinker in a field, but never got to drive one in a race. And they seem to be really, really fun. I think they're always like an overpowered go-kart, if you ask me. Like if you go to a fun park and ride one of those go-karts, these would be the same. You're still moving. You're low to the ground.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to race while I was driver coaching a kid one time in a 1600 buggy and raced the desert race with him 2 different times, and then actually had the opportunity to race an unlimited buggy a year ago, and it's a different feel than a truck for sure, man. Generally buggy drivers are buggy drivers. They like being a buggy driver, and I tell you what, as a truck guy, it's definitely a different world here. But we're back green flag racing. Tyler Wyans, Sean Springstrow, Jake Nelson, 1, 2, and 3. Looks like I got Jordan Hawkers and Brandon Grafe there in the 4th and the 5th spot.
We have battles all over the place heading into the gravel pit. Tyler Wyans still with the lead. Sean Springstrow trying to reel him in, as well as Jake Nelson.
Wyans up and over the legendary leap. He doesn't even want to look in his rearview mirror right now because he's got about 35 cars looking at him.
Jake Nelson into the 3rd place spot. Still cannot reel in our 2nd place driver of Sean Springstrow, which showed a lot of speed yesterday.
Such a great class. They go through Argonne out towards that outer loop. It is Wyans, Springstrow, Nelson, Booth, Stingle as your top 5. Connor Schultz there in the 6th spot. Fleischman in the 7th. Look at that. Tony Keeper's back down to 24th place. So I don't know if there's something going on with Keepers, but definitely struggling today.
Yeah, Keeper's normally not way far back in the field like that. As we have a good battle shaping up for this lead. Springstrow all over the back of our race leader, Tyler Wyans, and they're going to be side by side coming off this first jump in front of the crowd.
Yeah, Springstrow in the draft. I don't know if 1600 light buggies draft, but he's sure trying right now.
Any little bit helps, especially when you need all the momentum. You can stick right behind him and try to do a dive bomb pass. Springstrow going to try to go to that inside, but you kind of want to still follow the leader in a way because you know he's running that fast line, but if there's an opening, you really have to stomp on it.
Wyans, Springstrow, 1, 2.
Boy, Springstrow getting a nice run out of the gravel pit. Wyans showing a little puff of smoke. Pretty equal, our top 2 right now heading through Oregon turn. Not making any kind of mistake is Tyler Wyans, carrying that inside line with that left front tire. Greg Stingle in that 172 bright orange car, trying to work that inside on Jake Nelson. Looks like he made the pass stick. Oh, he scrubbed his speed on exit. They are side by side over the rollers.
And we've got just a group of cars all about the same speed battling it out right now. Heading down here into Forest County Potawatomi turn number 1.
Boy, Jake Nelson losing a lot of spots.
Up over these big rollers. Look how hard these cars are landing. They are just sending it here in 1600 light buggy.
That's Billy Booth in the 151. Sneaking into that third place spot. Boy, that line out of the gravel pit just keeps getting wider and wider as we go through the day.
Mandatory competition caution is out for your leader, Tyler Wyans. Good thing for him, Sean Springstrode, fast lap of the day that last time by, breathing right down Tyler Wyans' back, only 4/10 off the pace. Connor Schultz there in the third spot as we go to this competition caution. It's going to mark the halfway point, 6-lap race. We are 3 laps in to this 1600 light buggy main event. Field is so deep, about the time the final guy hits the competition caution, we're about ready to go racing again with the leaders.
I can agree with that. Come back to turn 1, you have half the field still on the backstretch. Springstrode, it'll be interesting to see on this restart if he has anything for our leader, Tyler Wyans. Marquardt, Stingo, Booth, Nelson still in the mix. It's anybody's game still. Brandon Graff, Tyson Marquardt, Todd Lemke, Tracy Fleshman, Kyle Patenaude, some of your top 10 drivers in this field right now.
Funny thing about this, you know, when these yellow flag conditions, cars idling there. One thing I love about these cars, air cooled. They're not. We don't see the white smoke we saw from big trucks. These things, nah, we're good.
Yeah, they don't care. They're running them no matter what.
Yeah, we're good. We're air cooled. Overheat? What's that?
Seemed like Diesel Shannick didn't even give a crap. He's just like, whatever.
Yeah, Cliff Flannery was laughing. We had him in the booth, and he says, "Oh, we got a junkyard motor there." And Cliff started laughing. He's like, "We got a junker spare." Oh, Diesel Shannon. You got to love the personalities in Midwest short course. Some of the best people in the world, I swear.
They are, too. And Diesel's just like, yeah, I talked to my crew member on the headset, and he said, well, she's already junked, just run it.
So Tyler Wyans going to be bringing us back to the green flag. 3 and 3 to go here in 1600 light buggy.
Boy, Tyler Wyans is quick out of the hole.
Yeah, be watching Sean Springstrode. Sean actually with the fastest lap of the day that last time by, all over the back of Tyler Wyans. Tyler may actually had, going to this competition caution may have been a benefit, because I think Springstrode was one corner away from making a pass. So he's getting a chance to collect himself, reboot here, with 3 to go still here in 1600 light buggy.
Yeah, anytime you can get a breather and regroup, it hurts the guy up front, but if I was Tyler Wyans, it really just calmed, cool, and collected himself for the end of this race. And Springstrode is starting to lose some ground on our leader.
So it's Wyans, Springstrode, Connor Schultz, 1, 2, 3, Billy Booth, Jake Nelson there in the 5th spot, Grafe and Marquardt 6th and 7th. Get a glimpse there of that entire field. I just keep looking through the field, and Tony Keeper's still back there in 22nd place. You know, I know we keep mentioning that name, but he was so dominant last year, had a great run here yesterday, and to see a guy like that who you expect to be battling with, up there with Wyans and Springstrode and Schultz for the top spot, man, there's got to be something going on with this car, you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That he normally does a fine job in the single buggy class, but you never see him way in the back as he is right now. And Springstrode making the run on the inside. Watch into Forest County, Potawatomi, turn number 1. Can Springstrow make the pass?
It looks like he's going to make it happen there. Springstrow getting around Wyans. We got a new leader in 1600 light buggy.
Man, he just waited for that opportunity, and he caught Tyler Wyans sleeping.
Wyans still on the gas, though.
Here comes Greg Stingle. Stingle, multi-time champion, been in this class forever, now finds himself up towards the front and third, trying to reel in Tyler Wyans and our new race leader, Sean Springstrow. It's not over yet, Jim.
Yeah, look at that. Got another pass there. It's an interesting race we got shaping up here.
Sean Springstrow, Greg Stingle, your top 2.
Yes, Stingle sneaking around Wyans there.
It'll be interesting to watch Greg Stingle try to pick apart our race leader. A lot of years of experience for Stingle. Greg Stingle been around for a long, long time, like I said, and he is going to do everything up his sleeve and try to pick out every note he knows about this track and try to hunt down Sean, but Sean's just been that fast.
Down in front of the grandstands one more time, up and around the Yokohama barn corner. We got 5 laps into 6. We should be looking for the white flag this time by Springstrow, your leader. Kind of run away with this thing right now.
Should be 1 lap to go this time by Sean Springstrow. Greg Stingle still up front.
White flag is out. 1 to go for Sean Springstrow.
Boy, Stingle trying to do anything to get up towards Sean, and I mean, right now he's running out of time.
About a half a lap remaining to try and make it happen if it's going to happen. Springstrow been awful tough all race long in that 117.
At this point, if you're Sean, you really don't want to make any kind of mistake. You want to hit your marks, go where you've been fastest all day long. Don't even worry about Greg Stingle right now. Anytime you say the name Stingle and you talk to your crew chief about him, you know he's going to put the pressure on. But right now, Sean is just that good today in Crandon.
Going to be diving down into the Polaris Razor gravel pit corner one more time. Sean Springstrow got 1 corner left. He's going to go up and over that legendary leap.
We'll see if he can hold that bottom line. Launching off the Polaris Razor jump, heading into a hard right-hander.
Half a corner remaining for Sean Springstrow. And he is going to take the checkered flag, and he is victorious here at Crandon. Sean Springstrow, the big winner on this Sunday afternoon edition of the 26th Annual Forest County Potawatomi Brush Run. It's going to be what a great effort there by Sean Springstrow, Brent. You know,
Yeah,
he had Wyans up front early on, and, you know, he just sat back there, waited, able to make that pass going into turn number 1, and then never looked back.
Yeah, he really did what he needed to do, and he's just that fast. The tire combination, his gear ratio was right. I mean, those cars looked really equal, him and Wyans for a while, but he showed who the class of the field was today, and he's going to be a happy camper.
Yeah, definitely going to be a happy camper for sure. Looking forward to that interview with Tiffany Stone in here in just a few moments. So yes, 1600 light buggies, they are in the books now. We're going to do some podium interviews, and then we're moving on to Lincoln Electric 1600 buggy and Mountain Dew Super Stock truck. And then at about 3:15, we'll start rolling into the Vision Wheel Sportsman Stock side-by-sides, as well as Pro Stock and Pro Mod side-by-sides. So, yeah, good racing so far in the books here at Crandon for this 26th annual Forest County Potawatomi Brush Run. And, you know, I'm seeing, hearing some rumors that it's getting a little warm outside.
Oh, man, yesterday it was really, really warm. We're nice in here, but I can't imagine the day the sun's out. What better way to spend the Father's Day for a lot of you fathers and your kids? Be here in Crandon. And we're not done yet. We have a lot more racing coming to you.
Yeah, definitely a lot more racing coming up today. We are just getting started here. Thanks to everybody joining us on the web. Thanks to everybody in attendance. Don't forget, if you're posting to social media today, obviously tag the Crandon official accounts, but use the hashtag Crandon Live so we can see your pictures, and who knows, we may share them. All right, and with more with our 1600 light buggy top three, here is Tiffany Stone.
All right, Sean, you've done it here. Back-to-back wins. You're just letting me know this is your first ever back-to-back top podium win. You've done it here in Crandon, and you got guys like Greg Stingle and, you know, Tyler on your tail. Walk us through this entire weekend. Let us know how you're feeling to get this run right here for you.
Well, the people behind me are good, and it's hard to, it's a competing class, so I mean, it's good to be able to sweep the weekend.
Well, it seems like on on lap 4, you took turn 1 very strategically. That's where you were able to pass and take that top spot over here. When you're driving, do you just completely go based on what's in front of you, or are you thinking, hey, on turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, this is where I'm going to be able to make that pass?
I kind of look ahead and see what I got to set up, and yeah, I just make the move. I'd like to thank Clink Equipment, PDI, Van Zeeland's Auto Care, Wentz Trackside, my dad. Happy Father's Day to him. I love him. My mom, all my friends that support me. And yeah, it's awesome.
Well, you've done it here. Be very, very proud of yourself for taking a double top spot podium win here in Crandon. Greg Stingle, I am so excited to talk to you. It seems like we're always chatting up here. You've done it. You've got in front of Tyler. Sean's a fast one over here. Coming back from midway to the pack, making your way here. How does that make you feel doing it at Crandon?
It's great. I mean, you got to work traffic. You got to be careful. I mean, everybody out here has been racing really clean. Yesterday we had a flat tire. We came around the first corner in 5th, got to 4th, got a flat front, but I mean, that's part of racing. It's just great to be back up here again and seeing you guys and thanking all the fans for coming. I'd like to thank Country Bar and Moore and the whole bunch at Crandon, JJ Maloney's, Crowsford Farm, and everybody else that sponsors me and backs me through all this, and my family and friends.
Well, you've done it here. I know you're not getting teared up, but I haven't seen you in years, so I'm giving you a hug regardless. Nice job, Greg. Congratulations on that second place podium. And taking the 3rd place spot, Tyler, you've done it. I know this is probably not where you want to be, but doing a double podium here in Crandon, especially on Father's Day, and like I always got to ask you, do you got a new note from your daughter, or is it the same one?
Same one. We might have to have her write a new one. This one wasn't as lucky as last year's, but that's all right. Happy Father's Day to my dad. I love you to my wife and daughter. But I got some really good sponsors, Cold Shot in Appleton, Performance Machine and Manufacturing. Check out thehookupjam.com. I got to plug those guys. Those guys are fun. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have anything for these guys this weekend. These guys are really fast. They're always fast. But we're going to come back to the next track and hopefully be on top of the box.
Well, speaking of this class, you have almost 40 cars in this class, and so it's very crazy to be able to make your way through the pack, just like Greg was saying. It's being able to drive, get yourself through the pack, and you've done it here, so big congratulations to you.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you. And a big congratulations to our top 3 finishers, and back up to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Tiffany. And yeah, great race there in 1600 light buggy.